Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be making a famous dim sum dish called steamed barbecue roast pork bun, or Char Siu bao in Cantonese. Without further ado, let's get on with the preparation, shall we? First thing first, let's heat up the wok with some oil. Then quickly chop up some garlic. Sweat the garlic until it's fragrant. Next, roughly dice up the onions. You can also use red onions or even red shallots if you prefer. Pop in with the garlic and give them a good sweat. In the meantime, let's quickly dice up the Char Siu. Whenever I'm roasting Char Siu for dinner at home, I always make extras for baos and buns on the next day. After that, place the diced Char Siu in the wok and give everything a good stir fry. When you can smell the nice aroma coming through, quickly slice some spring onions. Add into the rest of the ingredients. Continue to stir fry until the spring onions are soft. Then add in the water, followed by the Hoi Sin sauce, yellow bean sauce, light soy sauce, sesame oil, and brown sugar. Give everything a good mix and bring it to the boil. Let it boil for about a minute-ish so that all the flavors will be infused in the char siu. Once the char siu filling is boiling, thicken with potato starch. Stir the filling well to avoid any clumps forming. When the meat and the sauce has combined to a texture like this, it's time to remove it from the wok into a bowl to let it cool down. After the filling has cooled down later, refrigerate it for about 1 hour-ish so it's easier to wrap the baos. Next, in a big mixing bowl, mix in the low gluten wheat flour with baking powder, castor sugar, yeast, and ammonia bicarbonate. Then stir all the dry ingredients well. Go in with the lye water, followed by adding the water to the flour and mixing it as you go. Pour in the remaining water. Mix until the water is incorporated. By now, your hands can take over the job. Try to push as much flour in as possible if you can. Once everything starts to come together and form into a dough, transfer it onto a worktop. Continue kneading the dough for about 5 minutes or so. After that, fold in the solidified vegetable oil. Continue kneading the dough for a further 5 minutes. You could always use a stand mixer if you have one. I find that kneading the dough with my hands will result in a fluffier bao compared to a stand mixer. Unless I'm making a big batch, I will always stick to kneading the dough with my hands, which I find it quite therapeutic and calming, but then again, it's my own personal preference. Okay guys, we're nearly there. A few more rounds and we're good to go. When the dough becomes nice and soft, shape it into a sphere. And not to worry if the surface of the dough is not smooth. Place it in the mixing bowl and let it rest for 30 minutes with cling film on. So I shall see you guys in a bit. Now that the dough has doubled up in size, so let's divide into 10 equal portions. Knead the dough for a bit to release excess air bubbles. Rolled it into a cylinder shape and then cut it into half. After that, roll the dough out again and then divide into 5 equal portions. You can use a weighing scale for a more precise measurement. So this recipe will give you about 10 numbers of baos. Then shape each dough into a sphere. This way it will help smoothen out the surface of the bao. Oops. Next, take each dough and flatten it out with your palm. Then roll the sides thinner than the middle part with a rolling pin. To wrap the bao, scoop a dollop of filling in the middle of the dough. Then pinch the sides with your thumb and index finger all the way around and seal it when you get towards the end. Stick the char siu bao on a piece of parchment paper or even an A4 paper will do. Place the bao in a steamer basket and steam it for 10 minutes over vigorously boiling water with the lid on. Our char siu baos are ready by now, so let's check them out. Nice! Guys, if you have enjoyed watching this video, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit on the notification bell. I just love how soft and fluffy these pearly white baos are and filled with a scrumptious and juicy filling. Simply heaven, guys. Until my next video, stay safe everyone. Bye bye.